oh, I got a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got home and started doing a bunch of research. And
Right.
So it's not that it can't work, but for the animals' best interest. You
have a ways.
Yeah. You got a ways to go.
You are not free.
Yeah. Howdy, folks. Brian Cusco here at Redline Report, and we're going to sit down for a moment with Erica, who is attending her very first reptile show ever, and just kind of get some of her thoughts on what that's like coming from a very brand new beginner to reptile shows. This is your very first reptile show.
Yes, it is.
What do you think so far?
I think it's fascinating. All the animals, there's all kinds of, supplies, also plants. I love plants. And the people watching is amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing people. If you like people watching, reptile show is the spot you want to be.
Absolutely.
Just pull up a chair and just check it out.
That's right.
Why is this your first reptile show?
I'm new to the industry. I've been doing finance work for a long time. I'm now doing that for Redline. And they said, hey, you should come check out the show. So it's just really a way for me to get more information about the industry. And I'm also hoping to buy my first snake here.
Really?
Yep.
Was that a plan before you came?
It was a plan before I came.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's good because I was gonna give you a quick lecture about you can't just come to you can, and people do.
No insta buys.
Yeah. No, like spur of the moment. Like you want to have a plan. You want to have your enclosure set up and everything, and is ideal. And do some research beforehand. Not that it hasn't worked. I mean, there's plenty of people that are in the hobby that are big, and now I've interviewed some of them this weekend where their first animal was just like,
oh, I got a snake.
Yeah. And then they got home and started doing a bunch of research. And
right.
So it's not that it can't work, but for the animal's best interest, you do the research.
Do the research first.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I have a really good support network in my colleagues.
Yeah. You got a good amount of good people in your corner that can help you out and put you in the right direction.
That's
for sure.
Right. That's right.
Where are you at?
You mean where do I live?
Yeah.
I live in upstate New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I work remotely for Redline, but most of us do actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool. You'll be able to just be all over the place and kind of spread out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe someday I'll be in van life doing my work,
That sounds like really awesome.
Kind of does.
Do you travel around a lot?
Not a lot. I have a teenager who's just about to go to college, so I can see freedom, but I don't quite have it.
Yeah, I've got a ways. I've got an 11-month-old. So
you have a ways.
Yeah, I got a ways to go.
You are not free.
Yeah, not in that sense.
Right,
I guess.
right.
We did plenty of traveling before that. Well, what are your? I mean, so there's good people watching. You got what are some moments? I know it's fairly early in the show. It's still Saturday, but what are some moments? Have you had any moments with people yet? One-on-one? Or?
Yeah, well, I actually, yesterday during setup, I ran into somebody who I've talked to on the phone numerous times, and they actually live 30 minutes from me in New York, so that was a really nice connection. I mean, the animals, it's really hard not to, want all the animals. But honestly, I'm kind of an introvert, so I tend to hide from people. I enjoy the interactions when they happen, but I'm not seeking them out.
Sure. I'm also, it might be hard to tell right now with all this stuff, but I'm also an introvert. Yeah. Very, very converted introvert.
Converted. I say I'm a social introvert, so I can enjoy the interactions, but then I need to go and
recuperate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Same boat. Would you come back to a show like this if it wasn't part of your... have you kept animals before? Those are two questions.
My son had a bearded dragon many years ago. We have 2 dogs, so I have had animals, but not that many reptiles. Yeah, I would come back here, partially because I suspect once there's one snake, there might be more coming.
That tends to be the trend.
Yeah.
you don't usually just have, it's like you have 1, 2, or 10.
Right. And I think the benefit of a place like this is that you really can shop for exactly what you want. There's a huge selection. If I were to go to a breeder in my area, first off, there's only like 2, and they probably don't have more than 10 snakes, So something like this, if you're looking for a new pet, is amazing.
Totally. And also the amount of knowledge in these buildings is immense. The people have been doing it for decades and decades and have learned and forgotten more than some of us know. And then there's just, like you said, with the people watching, there's this huge plethora of personalities and like walks of life and people types. So like you can find somebody who's into reptiles that you share other common threads with, and you can have that connection and get that mentorship from somebody who you end up liking really as a person, not just the information they know. And you can definitely find that at the show, no matter what walk of life you're in, whether you're a lawyer or whether you're like a recovering drug addict.
Right. Yeah. Well, I have noticed that there are a lot of people who already know each other. There's a lot of relationships made and being made here. And that to me is really nice, because we're often all like on our phones and not forging many relationships these days. So it's nice to see. I mean, Robin is like the mayor, and he's constantly forging relationships with people. So it's kind of nice to see that this is, I'm sure there's competition. I'm sure it can be cutthroat, but it seems like people are genuinely interested in everybody coming up, which is nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think you're. I mean, I think there's always going to be outliers and exceptions to everything.
Sure.
But yeah, very much. This is a awesome place for awesomeness and in people.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, any thoughts? Robin wanted me to have you just kind of give like some of your thoughts on your initial thing with the show. So like.
No, I mean, I think I've done other trade shows, not reptile ones. I've worked in the food industry for a long time. So I've done some shows. It's very similar in that respect. But I just think the animals are fascinating. Also, I could get totally lost with all the plants.
Well, thanks for sitting down and taking a moment.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with me.
It.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this short and sweet little thing with Erica. If you've never been to a reptile show, I'd love to hear a comment down below from you. I would also be interested in why you're watching a channel like this if you've never been to a reptile show. And I'm also very glad that you are watching this channel, having never been to a reptile show, and hopefully it inspires you to actually come to one. So thank you guys for watching. For all of you that do love reptile shows, well, we'll see you back here next week with another awesome interview with somebody here at a reptile show. What are you talking about?
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good. Cell phone. What? I don't know what to do with that information. It's a little bit much right now, so they can get us into the zone. There. Now we're cooking with gas.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know how to wrap this up.
Oh, you don't have to worry about it.
It?
I will do that. I mean,
Excellent.
if there's anything that you want to say in this moment, then let it out there.
Nah.
All right. Yeah, no, I got the rap part. Don't worry about that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah.